Hi, Paul Gorney from Luxury Living in Chicago. We're going to take a look at what's going on in Chicago right now. The market is, on fire all over the country, and Chicago is no exception. So there's a tremendous number of multiple bids, all kinds of kind of crazy things going on with the multiple bids. So, talk about this a little bit. I have a few questions from people, neighbors, clients recently and just want to address a few of them. So number one is, what's going on with multiple bids? How much over are people paying? What kinds of conditions are people putting in the offers to get them accepted? Everybody's read articles nationally and, heard different things. So let's talk about that a little bit. And just call, text, email if you need any answers, any questions at all with Chicago Real Estate. Been one of the top agents in the entire Chicago area for the last 30 years. Represent a lot of our professional athletes and business leaders, everyone from first-time buyers through some of the highest priced luxury homes in the Chicago area. Just reach out. So let's look at some of the kind of crazy fun things that are, well, kind of fun if you're not on the losing end of multiple offers. So when there's, commonly now there's, 7, 8 to 20 offers on a particular property, depending on, the property. So typical things in a kind of normal hot market are, remove your mortgage contingency, make it a, cash offer, even if you are going to get a mortgage, and just don't have it be contingent on getting that mortgage. So now everything's gone, crazy, off the charts. So not only will people remove mortgage contingencies, they'll remove, they will let people know straight out, even though there's no mortgage contingency, that if it doesn't appraise, they're covering that. They have to if there's no mortgage contingency, but still, people come out and say it. The other thing is, people sometimes remove, it's kind of a little bit of a dicey one, inspections. If it's a property that's going to be thoroughly renovated or knocked down, they're usually expecting to do all that work anyways. They might remove that. The other thing is, people want to close quickly, typically. Like close in a month and then let us rent back for 1, 2, 3 months, sometimes for free. People want to get their money because the market's so hot, they want to go somewhere else and buy non-contingent and just rent back their own home. So that's a big thing, bigger than normal right now. The other thing is when people are coming in with the offers, I haven't seen it very often, but it could happen. Someone comes in with non-refundable, money. They do that a lot in North Carolina, I know, but you can put up non-refundable earnest money or a deposit. I personally have not done that ever with anyone, but I have heard about it a little bit. Also, people will shorten the inspection if they do keep it in there to be a very short amount of time. They'll buy the property in as-is condition, which you still get to inspect it. You still get to cancel the deal if you want. You still get to ask for things if you want, but you're basically saying you won't. You will take it as is. And whatever the condition is, you're taking it that way. You're basically saying you're not going to be a pain in the neck on the inspection. So depending on the agent coming in with the offer, you trust that agent or you don't, depending on their experience level, their reputation, if you've dealt with them before. So all this is kind of put under that microscope when messages are being conveyed to the seller, when you're talking to your client, if you're representing the seller. So these are big things going on in the market, and 5 to 10% is, pretty typical that people will pay over asking price for a property. And there's some people that are just thoroughly frustrated that, have lost out on multiple properties. Sometimes those people are the ones that skyrocket the price because they just get so ticked that ultimately they're going to come in and, just pay whatever. They get emotional. They have the money and they're okay maybe losing some money when they sell it. They just want what they want. Sometimes they will overpay. So there's definitely some of that going on in the market as well. So these are, big things to keep in mind I'm just going to look at one area that has a lot going on here. This property, just to give you an idea, is the highest price property that's sold recently in Chicago, right around $13 million. And this one I don't think had multiple offers on it, but just to give you an idea of what's going on in the market today, I mean, it's a beautiful house, and it sold for just under 13 million. Just to give you an idea about what's going on in the luxury market. There's a few others that sold. A condo just sold for 20 million. Was asking 30 million. So not only are people bidding on $400,000 condos and $1 million homes, suburb city. A lot of the condos in the city are selling really well right now in the smaller buildings, and then the high rises are coming back. They were just kind of decimated with COVID and other things going on, but there's been an uptick now, and they're not quite. I wouldn't say they're strong by any means. They're trying to come back, but definitely working in that direction, getting better. Another thing I wanted to mention is if you want to get a better deal, just wait. Wait until fall, winter. The values for certain you'll be in a better negotiating position, especially if you're buying something that's traditionally like where people move to for the school year and things like that. Those people have a harder time selling. So the suburbs are hot, single families are hot in the city. If you can wait to fall, winter, you get a better deal. Right now, things are just raging. So, that's when you'll get a better deal. Relocation buyers are coming back big time now. I've just had a few of them come in that, getting jobs in Chicago from other locations. So this kind of thing is pretty big right now. It's driving part of the market too. And also some of the international people coming in, especially the people, I've noticed a few people on my listings from China buying. This one buyer, I think, bought 8 or 9 properties, very expensive properties. And one of my listings on the lake was included in one he made an offer on. So, there's a lot of things percolating, not just from Chicago, but corporate relo and international buyers. So, something to definitely be aware of. Just had another client come in, and property was something we got money off of. So we didn't pay full price even, which is amazing. I thought this was a great property and could sell multiple offers for 5% at least over ask. But sometimes people don't put the properties on the market at the right time, meaning days of the week. So I don't know why they do this, but sometimes they'll put it on a Tuesday, which is traditionally when brokers open houses are for the brokers to go see and tour. And, that's just a bad day to put it on because people are working. One spouse will go, the other one wants to come back that weekend, and then the house is sold by then. So they don't get multiple offers. They, maybe even in this market, maybe they don't even get above list because of the timing. Things are kind of rapid fire. I mean, the house could still sell if you put it on a Tuesday, but you're probably not maximizing the price, really, from my experience. So these are all things to, be aware of. There's so many kind of nooks and crannies of the market. Other thing is off-market listings. There's a private network in the MLS. People are selling properties in the private network in the MLS. I don't understand why they're putting them in there and not on the MLS that blasted out all over the internet. But I guess because they can sell it there. I don't know if they think that's cool or they're bragging about it, that they have less exposure and the house is selling. But why not get more exposure and sell the darn house for a higher amount with more offers? So that's something else to be aware of if you're buying or selling, So, rents are crazy in Chicago. And so there's definitely people at some point are going to break, and even with the high prices, buy and, buy, for a big number. So in the city, the luxury units are definitely moving up a little bit. Some of the condos, $3-4 million condos, I've seen them sell a little bit and starting to show some life. So just Chicago's a great place. Lots to know though. So just reach out. You need anything at all? Call, text, email anytime.